All right, guys, we're live.
Yay!
From Rum Summit, St. Louis. I'm Brian the Botanist, and I'm here with the two lovely ladies from Rochester Running Company, Robyn and Meredith. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yay.
So tell us a little bit about your role at Rochester.
So I'm Robyn. I am our Chief Marketing Officer and the store manager. I do a lot of things. So I do a lot of our store stuff, just make sure everything in the store is correct, and I'm there on the floor all the time, fitting people, making sure that everybody is enjoying the shoes that they're in and gets the right fit. And then I do a lot of our buying, and I run our social media for the most part as well. I don't know, and anything else people tell me to do.
Awesome. Thanks. How about you, Meredith?
I am our community and events coordinator.
Awesome. I love events. That's where we're at
Us
today.
too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, Rochester became one of our partners in the last 2 years, one of our early partners, and has been very into sustainability. So tell us about what sustainability means to your store and how you practice it.
Sure. So from the very beginning, we've always had washcloths instead of paper towels, and that sounds like a really small thing, but it definitely projects the right image both to our customers and any of our runners that are coming through the store. And then this year we were fortunate to get the Better Bins through Low Impact Alliance. So now we're recycling nutrition. We're having all of our customers kind of like think about, where does this product end up after I take it off my body or off my feet? So we also can obviously do sneakers through Sneaker Impact, footwear, and what am I missing, Robyn?
So then through Recover Brands, which is another brand that we had used in the past 2 years for just like those really nice, cool hang around tees, logoed as always. We've used them. So they are part of the Better Bins and the Low Impact Alliance initiative. And they are there to collect socks and any of the athletic apparel. And then that just gets recycled and reused in more of their apparel and other apparel as well. And then beyond that, Jonathan, the owner of Rochester Running Company, has always just wanted sustainability and making sure that like the races that we do are green and the events that we run through the store have some sort of sustainability or green impact has always been one of the pillars of the store.
Yeah, we're always looking, to work with brands, bring brands in that are also focused on sustainability, which is awesome. We're really excited to bring Hilo into the store with their fully sustainable sneaker that we're going to get a chance to kind of look at and get our hands on this week. So always being really intentional in the brands that we're bringing into the space and sharing with our customers.
Totally.
And so we were blogging yesterday with A6 and the Low Impact Alliance. And I know that Rochester Running Company has a trail series in the summer.
Yeah.
And how do you guys run sustainably as runners and in your store community?
So I think one of the first races that we directed that was like our race, which we call Unlimited Breadsticks. It's a trail half marathon. You get unlimited breadsticks, pasta, and salad at the end from Olive Garden. The first year, and we've always done things afterwards, but we were fully cupless. Everybody got like the reusable cup. We still give those out if you want them. We have always used our sweepers to also be cleaning up on the course. Bring what you have, like what you bring goes out, comes with you. And then on top of that, we've always done recycling. We've always done those things. And as much as we possibly can, we're not doing waste in any of the races and throughout. We've done plogging initiatives before. We just finished our big one last couple Saturdays ago, collected 160 something pounds of
pounds of trash from the routes that we're running every week. So
in the city or on
the
trails?
in the city.
Yep, just from the store.
Tell us about Rochester. I don't know much about it. Tell our audience.
Sure. So Rochester's really unique in that, it's not unique in that it was along a waterway. So we have the Erie Canal, which gives us the canal path, the Genesee Riverway, which gives us the riverway path. We're basically on the campus of both the University of Rochester and a really large hospital. So there's tons of foot traffic. We're located along the bus line. So we're really in Rochester, and that's really important to us and our store owner for sure. He's a Rochester native, has stayed there, raising a family there. So Rochester has lots of suburbs around. We're bringing people in from the suburbs to come into the city. And ultimately our goal is to like show off, the great parts about Rochester and also making a positive impact by doing things like the plugging initiative and getting people to really take care of the routes that we use every week.
So, anything else to add?
About Rochester in general, I think
For people who have never been there, is it a bigger city?
it is like a bigger city. I usually say it kind of has like a small town feel with some of those bigger city opportunities. So you can always, you might find that, somebody when you go to breakfast, and like you might run into your ex, but also like you can see a cool concert, like which I came from like a very, very small town where everybody knew everybody, and there was like, the next mall was 2.5 hours, like like you couldn't get anything from where you were, and so like you get a little bit of both in Rochester, and the running community and the community itself is just so strong. I think there's so much to offer in Rochester that people don't recognize. The trail community is huge. The amount of trails and outdoor opportunities that Rochester has is just so insane to me that like not as many people know it, and it's beautiful. And I think like the store specifically, like through trails, places like like organizations like Trails Rock, which is an organization that just truly wants people to recognize and have fun on the trails in Rochester and take care of the trails. Like the store, we have a really strong connection with them, and through them we've been able to do trail races and do trail cleanups and just kind of show people in Rochester that the city is great and it's awesome, but the trails and the outdoor activities are just as amazing.
Yeah, we're located near a lot of like awesome natural opportunities. Like we're in the Finger Lakes region, so you have all that, and then drive a couple hours and you're up in the Adirondack Mountains. So you really can, kind of get it all with just a couple hours drive.
What are some of your favorite products, especially sustainable ones?
Like I mentioned, very excited about the high-low sneaker. We're actually getting an opportunity to talk to Michael, who's with them today.
Is that a 100% recycled shoe?
Fully sustainable. Yeah, which is awesome. I think their slogan is "Run like the world depends on it," and I think like that mindset is really important to adopt, because we obviously want, like, we would like there to be a planet for people to run
There's
on.
No planet B, as our founder.
Exactly. There's no planet B. And as a mom, that's really important to me. And I like that by bringing these brands into the store, putting these brands, on my feet, that like without saying anything, we're saying a lot.
How about you, Robyn?
Oh, I could talk about products all day
Nutrition.
long. Yeah. So I'm like, name a running product. I'm like, yeah, let me talk about it. So I think like I'm just really excited. I'm still amped about the Better Bins, which is not technically a product, but I just love the idea of creating a space for people to really understand, like, this is where you can go and recycle these things. And I love the fact that, like, Recover, who we really like, and we're going to be having more in the store of just through the Better Bins. Having a fully sustainable t-shirt is great. Having like a fully recycled t-shirt, long sleeves, doing hopefully for some of our races, that kind of stuff. So like those free t-shirts that you wear to bed or whatever, they're also not just going to be something that's going to end up in the trash someday.
You can collect those at the store now with the Better Bins. You can collect clothing, shoes.
Yeah. And through our races, you can also opt out of the t-shirt too, which is nice. I think like that's a really good feature. Proud that we offer that when you choose to sign up.
And you get a discount too. So you get a discount if you don't want a t-shirt. So then that ends up like you're not wasting that thing. I think just in general, I'm really excited about how many brands are really working to find a way to make a sustainable shoe and to make recycled, at least have it be recycled pieces of the shoe. And things.
I think of On a lot.
Yep, I was just gonna say just like things like with On, where they do an undyed. They have the recycled program. They have a lot of shoes that just naturally have recycled pieces to it, and like they're making like the undyed thing cool.
Yeah,
and so like
they're capturing carbon. I heard they're making shirts out of carbon.
Yep.
From, like, factories.
Yeah.
I heard that this morning when they did the demo.
We went to their product line yesterday, and I was sitting there like feverishly taking notes, because this is what you want to see, a brand with that kind of popularity and that impact. on the customer and on people, doing something that's really conscientious
Yeah.
about the planet.
Totally. And I just love that there are a lot of those bigger brands. You know, you have Puma, you have On, and you have Asics.
ASIC's got behind our blogging
Yeah.
initiative with the Low Impact Alliance.
And you know, like all of the bigger brands are starting to just realize and recognize that and do the most that they can with it. And it's just really exciting for me to see. It's always been a natural part of my heart. I was born on Earth Day, so
She means it.
That's so cool.
yeah. So I mean, I was a little kid planting
Happy
trees.
belated.
Like for my birthday, I was like, let's plant trees in the park.
Yeah.
So like that's just, I mean, it's near and dear to my heart. It's near and dear to our store owner's heart too. So like to just see that in the running space, it is just makes me feel so much better about selling the shoes and allowing people to enjoy running without hurting our planet.
Really cool. Well, I know your time is limited
Yes.
this morning, and we're at Run Summit in St. Louis at Union Station. And how do people learn more and stay in touch with Rochester Running Company?
You're speaking to our social media manager over there.
And visit you guys someday in the beautiful trail.
Yeah,
Please
so
do.
we our address is 1387 Mount Hope Avenue in Rochester, New York. Zip code 14620. So we're right in the heart of College Town in Rochester, along the Canalway, all of those things. Obviously, you can follow us on all of our social medias, Rochester Running Company or Rochester Running Co. Our
So Instagram is Rochester Running Co.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And then also website is Rochester Running Company or just runrochester.com.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us
Oh
today,
my gosh,
ladies.
thanks so much.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you
I'll
for
let you
having
get back
us.
to all the other
Yes.
great things you're doing here at Run Summit. And guys, check out Rochester Running Co. and all the great running stores in the U.S. that care about the world and the planet.
Thanks so
Yay,
much.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.